Welcome to Plant a Garden TV. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys doing wonderful on this beautiful day. As you guys see, the topic is we finally getting some rain. Finally getting some rain. If you look in the garden, you're gonna see like the soil is actually getting damp. The soil is wet. Do you know that these plants have struggled for a month without water? Yes, this garden has struggled a full month without water. But now we finally getting some rain, and because we finally getting some rain, you start to see the life. Actually, they was doing pretty well even though they wasn't getting water. But you know what water means to a plant. You know what rainwater means to a plant. Rainwater is something every plant loves. Because what we got to understand that the rain falls on the leaf of the plant, and the leaf of the plant also absorbs the water. And when that rainwater fall on the leaf, it do you notice when rain fall on a leaf of a plant and like rainfall for a few days, you see the transformation of the plant. You see the leaf of the plant transform into this green, brilliant, beautiful color. The rainwater is well needed. This is why sometimes in the night, when you wake up in the morning, you realize that the grass outside is wet. It didn't rain, but you realize the grass outside is wet. The leaf of the plants them is wet. Why? Because nature knows that the importance of this dew, the water, to actually wet the plant. So we understand that nature walks hands in hands with the plants. And we understand, even though the plants love hot sun, we understand that it still need the rainwater. This is what plant designed for. Plant desire rainwater. Because rainwater is more natural than anything else. You see what I'm saying? Even though we might say there's stuff in the air, we might say all of that, but at the end of the day, it's more natural than any water you can ever find. Okay? These are edos coming up here, guys, and a few weeks ago, these edos, this is how the leaf will start to looking. The leaf them will start drying out. Why the leaf will start drying out? Because the rain wasn't coming and the sun was penetrating so much that they was just staggered. Now we start getting the rain, we realize now the plants them start to get green. The greenness start to come poking out, and we realize the plants them start growing. The plants them even start pushing out fresh leaf now. As we can see coming up here, they start pushing out fresh leaves. So this is wonderful, and this is what we're saying about rainwater. Not just the root desire rainwater, it's also the leaf desire rainwater. All right, so I'm grateful. I'm really, really grateful. Even though I didn't get in no water, the plants them are still fighting through. And this is the good thing about natural soil. This is the good thing about dealing with your plants, them natural, because everything comes natural. They understand it's a drought season and they're gonna fight. They're going to fight their way through that drought until they're able to get that water, that rain water. Okay, I remember back in the days, we never used to wet plant. We used to plant, and whether it's drought or not, we still wasn't wetting no plant. But the plants them used to survive, so we get to understand how nature operates. Nature operates in a way that the plant's gonna survive, whether it's a drought or not. Don't get me wrong. If the drought goes on for too long, yes, it's gonna be a situation where the plants them start drying out. And hey, how you doing, Pix West? How you doing? Man, I'm growing all different type of food. I'm growing all different type of food, pepper, okra, different type of food. Yes, guys, so the plants them was struggling so much within the fall, within the spring. After the spring, all is summer. We get some rain in the spring. Then after the spring, we didn't get no water, and these plants were struggling so much. You know, the truth is, if these plants was actually getting rain, they would have be way bigger, way taller. But they wasn't getting no water, and I do not wet plants. But now we start to realize we get in rain, and the plants them start to look different. So we also understand. You see this is how the plants look when the head will look when they're ready to harvest. Not this early, but because of the sun and they wasn't getting that water, the leaf them was turning yellow. Now we're gonna start happening now. The plant's gonna start pushing out a lot of new leaf, which is just like this. If you notice here, right, this is how the leaf's supposed to be looking, green and fresh. So because of the rain now, we see in progress. And the truth is, I'm grateful. I'm grateful because if it did continue in that form, I would have lose a lot of plants because 4 weeks without water is very challenging for a garden. Very challenging. All right, okay. I see monkey pepper here ripening. I see monkey pepper. Yes, so this tree is spreading itself out, and I already put a stake here because if you see it's spreading, let me show you. Let me stand off and show you how it's spreading. You see? This would be way bigger than what it is right now. Would be way bigger, but what happened is something come and eat off all the top of the plants. If you notice, all these limbs eat off, but now it's all over here. You see it eat off, but now it's just spreading now. So I'm grateful. This is another pepper tree right here. Okay, all right. Guess what, guys? Guess what? Let me show you all. This one is 5 feet. This pepper tree is 5 feet now. God, it's actually reaching me. Let me show you guys. Let me see if I could turn on the camera. I'm gonna turn on the camera, guys, just for you to see what I'm talking about. It freeze up, man. Yes, I'm gonna turn on the camera. Look, guys, this is my pepper tree, and it's actually almost taller than me right now. From the bottom, come right up, it's almost taller than me at this moment. So my pepper tree is doing wonderful. Yes. Yes, guys, so this is it right here. It's massive pepper tree. Usually, guys, I grow pepper tree 8 feet tall. So I'm trying to beat this record this year. And this one is 5 feet tall already. And we just in July. So this look like this gonna be a massive bell pepper tree, massive. You see, look at it. You see how it's spreading out? It's spreading out and it's getting tall. And this is a monkey pepper tree. Even the ginger. I bring out the ginger pretty early this year, and the ginger was really struggling, guys. Really struggling. But if you notice now, you're naturally seeing the greenness of the ginger. Why? Because now we get in water, and because we get in water, everything getting green. Okay. Over here, guys, is just pumpkin and squash mixed up together, just growing wild up inside here. Finally getting some rain. All right. Even this pepper tree, this is another pepper tree that would be way taller and wider than it is right now. Something bite them off, but oh wow, I'm seeing a nice, oh, this is beautiful, eh? And it's loaded too. It's loaded with pepper. Yes, these are turmeric I have growing here. These turmeric here was struggling as well. They was really struggling. But as you can see now, you could see the life in them. What I'm doing, guys, I'm actually giving you guys update on the growth of the garden. I show you all the struggle. I show you how I was struggling, even though it wasn't raining. How the garden was struggling, really struggling. And now we start getting rain. It's really start changing. It's changing up. You have all kind of squash going on over here. Yeah, these butternut squashes really doing well. They're producing a lot. All over there, you have all up inside there. It's doing pretty well. Man, these cassava is just doing their thing, man. This cassava is just doing their thing right here. Well, they're taller than me already. They're way taller than me right at this moment. Yes, like I was saying, guys, these leaf was, if you notice over there, you're gonna see a lot of yellow leaf. The good thing about it is the plants them did not stop growing. They was growing, but they wasn't growing as fast as they should. Because why? The rain, man, and the rain is really important, guys. The rain in your garden is so important. You can't imagine the importance of the rain. You could naturally see since the rain start coming, they start pushing out fresh, beautiful leaf just keep coming up. Young leaf just keep coming up, you see? They start pushing out fresh leaves. So all this is actually edibles going on here right now, guys. We have, we also have pumpkin running from over there, pushing themselves all the way over here out of the garden. I'm just allowing them, you see it pass, you see pumpkin. So now this pumpkin, I'm just allowing it to just run anywhere it wanna go. Anywhere the pumpkin wanna go, I'm allowing it to run. I'm not trying to control anything this year. Let it just do their thing, man. For the people who don't know about edibles, for the people who don't know about edibles, you can eat the leaf of the edible, which is the young leaf. Just like how you cut up collards, you cut them up and you boil them for at least 45 minutes. Okay? So edibles is something you could eat. You also could eat the root. It produces a root crop just like potato. A banana tree them is way up in the right? It's produced just like potato. So this is a very interesting crop to grow. I don't think many people grow them, especially in the island. This was one of the main crop. In different places, this is a main crop, but in a lot of places, people don't know much about the Edo plant. And the thing about it is you could grow Edo in a container as well. Not just in ground, you could grow them in a raised bed. You could grow them in a container also. Yes, you can grow them. Okay, they leave one apple for me. All right, okay. That's wonderful. Yes, guys, so you see all these type of stuff, guys? This is what you use for compost. This is the weeds them I pull up on the garden and I just put them in different areas and they actually gonna be breaking down and feeding. So when they break down now, they're just making your soil richer and richer. If you notice in this bed, this is a bed I have right here. But if you notice, I'll pull up these weed and I just spread it out in the bed. Now, this gonna break down for, by the time next spring, this gonna break down and this bed gonna be ready for planting. So you don't wait till spring, guys, to start prepping your garden. Don't wait till spring. You could start doing it right now. Oh, these okra doing really well, man. See? These okra in this garden, you will have to come like every 2 days. Every 2 days you will have to come because there's a lot of okra growing and because all these is okra right here. All these is okra. And also there's a lot of okra growing up there. So you will have to be in the garden every 2 days to make sure you get your okra there. We have fruit trees. We have a lot of fruit trees as well growing. That's one apple tree. This is another apple tree. This is a baby one I'm growing from seed. And this is another apple tree we have growing here. And this is a plum tree. That's a big plum tree. Now, if you notice what I was doing here, this is why I tell you guys about growing food natural and saving money. And the things you could do to save you a lot of money. Now, if you notice around here was really bushy a few hours ago. Very bushy. What I did, I pull up all the weeds. You see? I pull up all of them and I put them right here. So when I put them here, it's the word of God. God, and how you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the thumbs up. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. I will appreciate it. If you don't know how to hit the thumbs up, you go double tap. Double tap on the screen. And so I will appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you all for hitting that thumbs up. Okay, so if you notice here, these leaves, if you leave these leaves here, they're gonna definitely break down. You see like these? You see like how these start breaking down? This is what's gonna happen here. Now, this is a bed right here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just take these and just cover it. Cover the bed and just leave it there. That's gonna break down within the next spring. So next spring, these gonna break down and start releasing nutrients to the soil. So that gonna be feeding the plants. So don't wait till next spring, guys, to now start putting your garden together. Start doing it now. Yes, start doing it now. So all right. So as you see, everything doing good, and I'm grateful, man, because like I was saying, the rain, we didn't get no water for 4 weeks. 4 weeks, and now we start seeing life in our plants. Them. You see, if you ain't come here fast enough, these okra gonna go to seed. So if you know you're not gonna be in your garden every 2 days, when you're dealing with okra, if you know you ain't gonna be dealing with your plants every 2 days, you're gonna be losing out a lot of food. Your ground soil look very, yes, very fertile. I agree with you, it surely is. Because if you notice, I don't, like I keep telling everyone, with the chemical we keep adding in our soil is messing up our soil. Just try to grow your garden natural. Don't, it, it's not gonna happen overnight, but it's gonna work. It's gonna work for you. You see, the weeds them in your garden, you pull them up and you put them back into your garden. You see, the weeds in your garden, when you pull them up, you put them back into your garden. Or you could also put them in a pile. You could also put them in a pile and allow them to break down. Okay? Yes, you have to harvest okra very often. Yes. Very often. Like for instance, if you grow in okra and you have a lot of okra, you basically might have to be up in that garden every 2 days for sure, because the okra them produce very fast, and they produce so fast. And the thing is, when they're producing, if you ain't be out there harvesting them, they start getting hard. And when they get hard, you got to leave them for seeds. So it's really important, if you're planting okra, be active in your garden, that you're able to go out there and get your food. Okay? Yes, guys, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful because of the rain. I'm so grateful. The garden has transformed itself. All the yellow leaf is turned into green leaf now. We're seeing a lot of new growths. A lot of new growths. Okay, we see, okay, there's squash here. A few small squash. You see, this is the thing with this type of garden. You could always come and find something to eat. You could always come and find something to eat. So now you could come, you could get okra, and you could get squash. That's a good meal right there. That's a beautiful meal right there. You see? So yes, let me check out these corn. Okay, these corn, nah, they're not ready. But yes, guys, all I could encourage, yes, you will always find food. Yes, this type of garden, there will always be food in your garden. Every day you come out, you could harvest tomato, you could harvest squash, you could harvest okra, you could harvest mint. It's so much. And you also could harvest the young leaf of the edibles like this one. You could harvest these leaf. These leaf, you could harvest them and actually cook them just like collards. You cut them up fine and cook them just like collards. Okay, this corn look like it I get a couple more days. But also guys, if you notice, you might see that the garden is kind of bushy. But the thing about a bushy garden is, so sometimes we love to have our garden clean. We don't want to see no weeds up inside the garden. We just want to see the garden clean and nice. And it's a good sight to see. But where we got to understand that these weeds adds nutrients to the soil. These weeds, while they're growing, they're releasing nutrients in your soil. A lot of these weeds actually help enriching your soil instead of you think you. So sometimes we think, oh, let me just pull them up and no. Sometimes these weeds, you could listen to me, you could pull them up, but sometimes just like for instance, I just pull off the top. You see? So you're pulling off the top, so the root is still in the soil. So the root is still releasing nutrients in the soil, because what we got to understand too, there's a lot of roots combined together, and all these roots release different type of nutrient in the soil, and this is how nature designed it. Nature designed it that these plants, why you think there's these weeds comes up in your garden early in the spring? These weeds comes up in your garden early in the spring to start enriching in your soil before you even start planting. These the first thing comes up early in the spring. It's a reason for that. So sometimes, even though you decide to pull off the top of the weeds, put them in an area and make sure. Okay, let me pick this pepper, guys. You see this beautiful pepper? I'm gonna pick it. This is a hot pepper right there. I'm gonna pick it. Ain't this a beautiful pepper, guys? Yes. So let me show you what I'm seeing when I say, if you pull up, like for instance, right? I pull up these weeds, but if you notice what I'm doing, I keep putting them in areas by themselves. So these weeds is what keep enriching in your soil, keeping your soil rich. So every year, and in the fall, hey, Black Guns and Garden, what's up, bro? How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, yes. So in the fall, what I do in the fall, right? What I do in the fall, I allow the garden to grow up in the fall. Allow all the weeds to just grow up like crazy in the fall. Then when they die down, when the winter come and they die down, thank you, bro, thank you. When the winter come and they die down, all in the spring, or in the winter, like in February, January, February, I start mixing. I start mixing it with the soil. So you see what I'm saying? So these same weeds that you're pulling up out of your garden, put them in a heap. I'm saying this a million times because I know it helps save money. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact. When these things break down, let me show you. It might look ugly and it might look thin, but these things, when you see they break down, you understand? When they break down, they become fine, real fine, and they become good food. They become good food because now these same type of weeds is what gonna be releasing while they're breaking down, while they're drying up. They're releasing nutrients into the soil. So like that, you just throw that in your raised bed. This is the next thing I'm showing you guys because I want you guys to see how I grow food and how I deal with my garden. So this is why I always say this is a natural garden. This is what this is, a natural garden. All you see I'm doing here, I'm just packing these leaf right down inside here. I'm just packing them up from the bottom, come right up to the top. Now, these gonna be breaking down right there, and then in the early spring, I'm gonna take all this out of here, and I'm just gonna be sprinkling it in the garden. Let me show you know, I mean, I keep showing you guys the same thing over and over, but I just want you guys to see what how my garden grow and how it produce. Okay? Over here, look what I do again. These rotten tree trunk, I also add in my soil. So these rotten tree trunk, if you notice, they're gonna be breaking down and all they do is releasing nutrients in the soil. So it's important for us to don't rush it. The problem is what we do, we rush. Okay? The problem is what we do, we rush. We rush what we're doing, and sometimes it ain't worth rushing. I'm telling you right now. Yes, it ain't worth rushing at all. So sometimes you just gotta come. All right, guys. So this is a nice bundle of herbs I now pick here. What I now pick here, I pick here some rosemary. Yes, I now pick some rosemary and some sage. You see, rosemary is it's a very good herb. Very good. A lot of them older people used to always talk about rosemary. Some people used to love cook them in rice. Like you just cut it up in rice. I mean, you could use rosemary in a lot of different things. So you also could use rosemary for tea. You see, so just like that, a nice bundle of rosemary. This is another sage right here. You see, I'm gonna have is sage and rosemary. These plants really did not do, they struggle a lot, but I'm telling you, even though they wasn't getting no water, these plants still holding. You see, they still holding, and that's what's important. That's what's important, guys. So this is fresh herbs, no harvest. God damn, the scent of it is just on another level. The rosemary them is just so beautiful and ah, yeah. So basically, this rosemary here, what I'm gonna be doing with this rosemary, I'm gonna be, yes, I'm gonna be, this is to make oil. I'm gonna use this rosemary here to make oil, like oil for my hair, oil for my skin. This type of thing I'm gonna be doing with this rosemary. Yeah. So sometimes, guys, let these garden works for you. Make use of the garden. Think about the plants you wanna plant. Think about what type of plant you want to plant. Think about what kind of benefit you're looking for from your plant. And then that's the type of plants you grow. You see what I'm saying? That's the type of plants you grow. Like, no, this ain't my herb garden, but I still have herbs growing in this garden, so I can still come and grab fresh herbs out of the garden. I'm also gonna get few comfrey leaf. This is comfrey. I'm gonna get a few of these leaf. These old leaf, them could go. You could use these old leaf and put in you know, like in your raised bed. You all these old comfrey leaf, the older leaf, you could actually put them in your raised bed. Like you pull them off and you put them in the raised bed. Now the newer leaf, what I'm going to do with these new young leaf, I'm going to make like a lotion. I'm going to make a lotion with these leaves. Guys, you got to learn to do as much as you can. And also, we know that comfrey plant have a lot of benefit as well. So, some people use them for tea. Some people use them for different things. But I'm going to be using these comfrey plant to make a lotion for myself. Yeah. This is the good thing why a garden is so important. Why a garden is so important? Because of these type of things. You could come and you could get fresh, nice leaf, and you could make your own lotion. And you know what? These days information is not hard to find. So you could do your own research and learn how to make your own lotion. Or this is actually what I'm taking these leaves for. So you see what's going on, guys? I get my sage to make my oil for my hair and for my skin. Now I'm getting my comfrey to make my lotion. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you saving a bunch of money. So this is why I'm saying, think about the plants you want to grow. Think about what type of benefit you're looking for, and then that's what you grow. Don't just grow anything, you know. So right here I have my bunch of comfrey leaf, and I have my fresh sage. So with these two, I'm going to make my own product. All right? Now, what I'm trying to say, guys, information is everywhere now. And it's easy to get information. So, like for instance, you want to make your own lotion. You know, there's videos shows you how to make your own lotion. These are mint. Let me grab a few of these mint. All right. So now I'm looking for, you see the benefit of having a garden, guys? You see the benefit of having these type of garden? So now I'm actually, yes, I'm actually trying to pick some mint that I can make tea with. Fresh mint. I don't like them too dry, but sometimes you gotta dry some in order to save them for the winter. So during the spring and the summer, I harvest fresh one almost daily. So this is why I'm saying why it's important to have a garden. You come out and you could get food anytime. You come out, you could pick a pepper, you could pick some okra. You see, I pick enough okra today to give me to give me a nice okra soup. Okay? So yes guys, well, I just wanna say again, because it's getting late, I just wanna say again, thank you guys for the support. And don't forget guys, if you didn't hit the like button, please hit the like button. Show me some support, show me that you're interested in the videos. If you have any question, you can always leave a question in the comment, all right? And if you want me to talk about a specific topic, you can leave in the comment section and we can talk about it, okay? I'm also going live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we can talk about it, man. We're just talking about gardening right now, just trying to show you guys how natural my garden is and how it's important to have a natural garden and how it might take some time, but at the end of the day, in the long run, it's very rewarded, very, very much rewarded. Okay, let me see. Got another okra right here. Let me pick this one. Because if I ain't pick this, you see this one already hard, you see? That one hard. So it's like you always got to be active in your garden when you're dealing with okra. Because even though you want the okra seed, you got to remember one okra pod produce a lot of seed. So you don't want all your okra to go to seed. Okay, so be active around your okra plants. In a few weeks from now, in a few weeks from now, this whole belly gonna be tall because all these plants here. What I had here, I had potato right here, I had potato growing here, and as soon as I harvest the potato them, I plant the okra. The, these okra, but these okra was struggling so much. Then also there's animal was coming and eat off the head. Now we see them moving. So I just want to say, man, thank you all for the support. Please don't forget to hit that like button and hit the notification bell that I can go. Anytime I post a video, which I post video pretty often, you can always get the notification. All right? From time to time, I do live direct from my garden. I show all the progress. I show how everything going. I show harvest time. I show when I'm harvesting. So it's a whole lot you can learn from this channel because I show you live and direct. Okay? And I'm also showing you how natural I'm growing and the techniques I'm using. I'm using these techniques and they're working. They're working, guys. So sometimes we can learn from each other. Because if there's ways I can grow my food without me spending any money, that's the way I'm gonna choose, especially growing them natural. That's the way I'm gonna use. Okay, when you grow your food natural, it's become so beneficial. You know, natural, you get all the nutrients, all the ingredients that your body needs from your plants because you're not giving them stuff that's gonna make the jump up overnight and then 2 days off and then next season you realize your soil start to get weaker and weaker and weaker. So do it natural, do it the right way. When you pull up your weeds like these, you make sure you put them in an area, let them break down, and just throw them back into your garden. All right? Do your garden the way nature, just as way nature operate between the trees. Do the same thing with your garden, and you would not believe the type of result you're gonna see. Your soil gonna transform to this rich, beautiful soil. Your plants gonna be getting huge, tall, producing abundant continuously because you grow them natural and everything you try to do natural so you have a beautiful natural garden. So yes guys, I appreciate the rain. Thank the Most High for the rain. I appreciate the rain because without the rain, you're not sure how your garden season gonna go down. Because even the leaf of the plants need the rain. Because when the sun is penetrating these leaves, there's got to be something to cool them down. So if the sun is just penetrating them without anything to cool them down, the leaf gonna start to get dry and the plants not gonna produce the way they should. So the rain is important. The rain make the plant look brilliant. The rain make the plant them grow rapidly. So nothing is better than rainwater. All right. So thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you guys. Stay tuned. Join me tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let's have a conversation. Blessing to everyone. Thank you all.